Hi there, my name is Courtney Ibinger and I am a Kajabi specialist. I help online course and membership creators get all the tech set up for their courses and memberships in a day. So in this video, I want to give you a little look at the Flix theme by Penny in Your Pocket. So we're going to dive into all of the features, things to consider if you're going to be using this theme for your course or membership, and just kind of a behind the scenes look at how this theme works. So let's jump in. The Flix product theme is created by Penny in Your Pocket, and as of this recording, it costs $239 US. Let's back up for just a minute and talk really quickly about how a course product is structured inside of Kajabi. If you are new to Kajabi and wondering how this all works, the course products are split into two main components. So the first one is the outline, and that's where all your content lives, like your videos, your PDFs, your lesson text. All of that goes into your course outline. The theme, on the other hand, is the customization of your design. So it's how your content looks to your students. So once you add your content in, you can try on different product themes without changing your content. So it's kind of like an outfit where you can try different outfits on and see how it looks. So we're going to be talking about the Flix product theme. So this theme is one way to style all of the content that's in your course or membership. So if we take a look at the main dashboard view, here are 3 different examples of the Flix theme from past client projects that I've done. And you'll notice that in this dashboard view, there are 2 main sections. The first one is the welcome section at the top, and this is customizable. It can just include a welcome message. It can have a welcome video. You can add different images and links. So it's really flexible in terms of what to include in that welcome section based on your needs. Then down below that, you will see all the thumbnails for your categories or modules pulled in. So it'll say something like choose a category, or we retitled one of them resources by age. So that is where they're going to click into the category that they want to access first. Now, there are 2 other optional sections on this main dashboard page, and one of them is a My Favorites section, and that allows your members to mark different lessons as favorites, and it will curate that list for them right on the main dashboard so that they have easy access. The second thing is a Watch Next section, and that will just automatically pull in the thumbnail image and the information for the next lesson that they have left off on. So those are all the main parts of that main dashboard view in the Flix theme. If they click into a module or a category, there are 2 different options for how this gets stylized. It's once again going to pull in those thumbnail images, and it is either going to be this slider view like the example on the left, where it's kind of like Netflix, and they click the arrows on the right or the left to scroll through all of the different lesson options for them to choose from. The other option on the right is the grid view, and that's where it will just compile all those thumbnail images into a grid, and the student or member can click into whichever lesson that they want to view. Once they actually click into a lesson, then it's going to look like this, where it's going to pull in the video and the thumbnail. Now, if there is not a video, then it will not pull in the thumbnail, unlike some of the other Premiere product themes. It'll just remove that section in that lesson. So it'll just show the text and no video. But if there is a video, it'll show it there. Underneath will have any of your lesson text. And then if you want to have comments shown, it'll have a comment section down below. At the top, you have the length of the video. You can show how long it is. You'll have arrows to click back and forth from lesson to lesson, the little star where they can start as a favorite. And then if there are any downloads in that lesson, it'll collect them all into one button, and they click that button for downloads, and they can choose what resources from the lesson that they would like to download. Now that you've got kind of an idea of what this theme looks like, let's actually take a look inside of Kajabi at a Flix theme example. All right, we are inside a fake membership that I set up so that you can see the Flix theme in action. So when you are editing this theme, you'll see at the very top, you've got this header menu section. You can add a logo. You can add links to important information. You can add buttons, and then you'll have your user menu where they can access their account settings and everything like that. Then down below, you have the option to have this welcome message, and you can also show the percent complete, or you can hide that and get rid of it. If you have a membership where you're constantly adding new content and it's not really like a course where they're ever finished with it, you can remove this. And that is one great feature over the free product themes that come inside of Kajabi that are more geared towards courses. They often show this percent complete, and it just isn't always applicable to memberships. So that is one thing to keep in mind there with this theme. Then you have this top welcome section that I talked about, and you really can do tons of different things here. You can add videos, you can add images, you can add text. So this is customizable to whatever information you want to make sure that your students or members have right here on this main dashboard when they first log in. And then if you scroll down the page, these are those optional sections I was talking about with a watch next section. So it can automatically pull in the next lesson that they left off on. And then same thing here with my favorites. They can star lessons that are their favorite, and it will collect them in a row here for them to access as well. Finally, at the bottom, it's going to pull in all of your modules, aka categories, down below with those thumbnail images. Now, there's not a way currently to like pick and choose if you only want to have some modules show up in this section. It's just going to pull in all of the modules from your outline. So just keep that in mind as well. But I love the large thumbnail images in this theme and just how visually appealing it is for your students. So this is that main dashboard page. Now, the other great feature about this theme, especially for memberships when they're jumping around between lots of content, is the arrows over here on the left-hand side that pull out this left-hand sidebar menu. So this also will pull in your modules and lessons from your outline. So it just automatically does that. You don't have to do it in here. You do it in the outline and it just pulls it right in. And the great thing about this theme versus the free momentum theme that comes in Kajabi that has this kind of sidebar is that you can actually expand and collapse these modules to view the lessons. So if you have tons of content, it can be really overwhelming in that free momentum theme because it's just going to list every single lesson down the left-hand side. And that can be a lot for someone to visually have to take in. So with this theme, they can click and open up, find the lesson that they want to go to, and actually click into that lesson right from here. So if they click it, it'll take them to that lesson. The other way that they can navigate is by just going down and clicking into whichever module that they want to click into first there. One other thing to mention about this is the search bar is going to be over here in that left-hand menu. And it also has the option to collect their favorites right here, and they can click into this and view their favorites. So if you don't want to show their favorites here on the main dashboard page, they can still access their favorite lessons over here from the left-hand menu. And then you can also add some additional links here for like a Facebook community, or maybe you have something else that you're promoting or a workshop you want them to sign up for. You can change out these links and have a few different links here as well. So if we preview this so we can actually click around now, you can see that if they click one of these arrows here, it'll take them to that category. So this is going to load up everything that is new this month right there. So you can see here it pulls in the lessons, so they can click there. Or if we go back to that main dashboard page, they can also click into a category this way, and it will just take them to the same place here. Okay. Then when they want to click into a lesson, they just click into the lesson and it will pull up that lesson. I don't have any content loaded in this particular example, but if they had a video, it would pull that in here, any lesson text, and then a spot to leave comments, which can easily be turned off as well. At the top of the lesson, they can navigate backwards and forwards with these arrows. They can also mark a lesson as complete or not, but this can also be hidden from the lesson. So if it is more like a membership and you don't need them to mark the lessons as complete, you can hide that as well. If we look into another lesson, let me go back to, I think I've got, let's see, a download here. Okay, so so this one has a download, and you'll see here that it's going to collect all the downloadable files into this button, and then they click the button and then they can choose which files to download. So that is one thing to keep in mind. If you have tons of downloadable files, they're going to be in this button right here. So it sometimes is a little bit hard to miss, but you might want to direct them to that button in your lesson text. So this one has an actual video here, so you can see the video and then any lesson text, and then comments down below. Okay, now this one is currently in slider view. So if we go into Q&A call recordings, you can see here that there's arrows for them to slide through these different lessons. And this one has submodules. So it has a January, a February, and a March submodule. And so it's just going to put the title of the submodule there with the lessons underneath. So January, February, March. If it is in grid view, I'm going to go back and change it to grid view for just a second. Okay. So if we change it to grid view and we refresh this page, you'll see in grid view, now it just pulls in the thumbnails for all of those submodules. They click into that submodule and then it will pull all of the lessons just into a grid right here as well. So that is the difference between that slider view that looks more like Netflix and this grid view. And how that styling looks. Okay. A couple more things that I want to show you in the customization options. There is an option inside of the lessons right here. Oops, let me go back to the settings. We've got the categories and post settings. Okay. Go back. So this extra sidebar links is where you can actually show some extra links. And this version that I'm using right now is like she has one newer version that lets you add in some additional links than just one. So you can actually add in a few more now than just one. And the page width, you can change the lesson. So like, let's say that you want a more wide versus narrow lesson page width. You have some settings to be able to change that there. The custom code option is great for adding your own custom fonts and things like that. But those are all kind of the main features of this theme. So it really is great for memberships, especially. You can absolutely use it for a course too. But the structure is really great for memberships, and it is definitely a favorite among clients that I have worked with, and tons of them have chosen to use this theme for their courses and memberships. So to recap, some of the Flix theme features include that left-hand navigation menu that can be hidden or shown, and the modules and lessons can be expanded or collapsed. All of the module thumbnail images are seen on that main dashboard page. That is definitely a unique feature of this theme compared to other themes that are out there. You have the option to add external links to the left-hand menu. You also have that option to show a My Favorite section or a Watch Next section on the main dashboard. You have thumbnail images that actually show up in the search. So if someone is searching a keyword, those thumbnail images will appear next to the lesson titles. You have custom coding abilities. So if you want to add your custom fonts, things like that, you have that ability with the custom coding. You also have the ability to remove the Mark as Complete button. And it is really just excellent for memberships with lots of content, and you can make it Netflix style. You can hide all comments at once without having to go into individual lessons. And you have the ability to add a text block with repeating information inside of each lesson. Some things to keep in mind are that the downloadable files all get collected into one button per lesson. So this sometimes can be easy to miss compared to the Premier themes that individually list out all of the downloadable files. Just keep in mind that for any theme that's derived from the Momentum theme, like this one is, that'll be the case with the downloads button. So that's not specific to just this theme. It's actually quite a few of the custom themes that are out there that have the downloads in that download button. And then in slider view, when you're using submodules, it will add them all to the same page, all of those lessons with the submodule title. So it can be a little bit tricky to make the slider view look good if you have tons of submodules. In that case, you might want to use grid view instead. Now, if you are interested in what other themes are out there and would like a quick comparison, I've made this little chart that has some of the themes that I've used with clients that are really popular, some of the features of those themes, the prices, and then which features they have. So feel free to grab your free chart at CourtneyIbinger.com/theme. And if you need any help setting up your course or membership, I have my own course called Kajabi Course Kickstart that will show you how. It'll walk you through my process for setting up courses and memberships inside of Kajabi. And you can learn more at CourtneyIbinger.com/kickstart. And I also offer VIP days. So if you don't want to set up your course or membership and want to outsource that, I would love to learn more about working with you. Just go to CourtneyIbinger.com/day for all the information about that. Good luck choosing your product theme, and let me know which one you decided on down below in the comments. And I'd love to hear, if you use the Flix theme, what you love about it. Good luck and have fun.